Hey internet, hey YouTube, this is Nate. You can also call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathaniel. I'm actually recording this at the time that I would normally be streaming because I have an announcement before I start with the main topic. Well, I guess maybe it's the main topic of the video and the other one supplementary, but basically I'm going to do a short announcement and then we will get into an overview of some of the speedruns, and I'll maybe show off a couple of them during this video. So I will be moving back from Germany to the US. I've been, I think, pretty consistent with my content put out, and maybe some of you are wondering, what the heck, Nate's been missing streams, his content is, well, I guess it's not slowed down too much, but on YouTube at least. But yeah, also why the guides are super late. I've been spending a lot of time in my non-work time preparing for a new position at a new company. So I'm going to be changing companies, I'm going to be changing positions, and then in addition, I'm changing my physical location. So I'm going to be moving back to the US, and there's a lot associated with that. First off, streaming is going to be a little bit less frequent until I am settled into my new place. I will try to stream when I can, especially like on weekends when I have a little bit more flexibility. And then sometimes during the week, if I have nights where I'm not either stressed out of my mind with with sorting everything out, or nights where there's nothing much to do and I have a time to relax. I will also try to continue to put out a daily video. It might not be, recently it's been like basically 2 videos per day. It might not be 2 videos per day. And there could be, especially like in the actual time when I'm relocating and moving, there might be a dry spell. I will try my best to kind of create a backlog of content that I can keep putting out videos, but just be aware, like, relocating from one country to another is no small task when you have 2 kids and a wife and you're pretty established in the country where you're living. So that's the main announcement, just so you have a heads up. And then once I am more settled in the US, I don't have a strict timeline when that's going to be, but my expectation is like probably sometime September, maybe early October, when things settle down. My plan is to get back and resume normal content creation with daily streams and daily videos. But as I said, until then, hopefully we still have daily videos on YouTube, and I will stream when I can. I hope you guys are okay with that and understand. And for those of you that stick with me through this trying dry spell, I appreciate your support, especially. But I appreciate all of you who watch. With that, let's jump into the actual, Monster Train content. We're going to do some, just a couple of speedruns, but mostly I want to kind of go over how we do these speedruns, a little bit of an educational video. So I started speedrunning the first time when Monster Train came out. It was about probably 2 or 3 weeks after the official release. I saw someone, Sinus, you can check out his YouTube channel. He currently still holds the world record for the fastest Monster Train run. It was actually featured on a developer stream as well. But he posted a video where he showed using an Inferno, a Hellhorned Inferno run with Stygian Guard, where the entire run is just reroll until you get Inferno plus spell weakness. This is back before there were exiles, back before all these stuff, right? So this is like really, really early days Monster Train. But you would take Hellhorned, you take Stygian Guard, you re-roll until you get Inferno, and then the whole run is just using Inferno plus spell weakness to kill everything. You don't even upgrade your champion. You only stop at nodes to remove cards and upgrade cards, and that's it. And I was inspired, and so I did an attempt, actually beat his record. Ultimately, he later beat it and took it back. But for like a day, I held the world record for the fastest Monster Train run. That video is still up on my YouTube channel. It has been completely obliterated at this point, but I was still very proud of it at the time. It was one of my first speedruns in a game ever. Since then, I used to do a lot of races. Recently, you may have noticed that Narninian and I have started doing some races again. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. It's a different style of Monster Train. It's more deterministic, right? We kind of know, we re-roll until we get, you know, setups that we like. So a little bit of a different style than the typical Monster Train run, but I really enjoy it, and I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like watching that kind of content. But here I wanted to show a few of those runs. So one I already talked about, it's the Inferno spell weakness build. I'm not going to showcase that one because it's been showcased all over the place. If you look through my videos, any speedrun video, you will see this run over and over and over again. Not too exciting. And the way that we do, in fact, what I want to cover is this all clans run, right? So the all clans run is that we go through every single clan and every single secondary clan. So the way we do it is we do a mix and match. So every single clan has to be represented once, and every single secondary clan has to be represented once as well. So the idea is to find, you know, the right combination of different primary and secondary clans so that you achieve the rule, which is you have to use every single one as primary and secondary, and also, you know, have reliability. Some of our early days speed runs were high in variance, and you would have a lot of races where multiple people had to restart multiple runs. I think today, Narnini and I have kind of got it down to where we very rarely have to restart runs, but still, there's some variance, right? Like especially this first run has a lot of variance. You just don't get spell weakness. You start with Inferno. You don't get holdover on Inferno, or you can't remove, but whatever, right? Like variance happens, and sometimes you lose. This one I would say has a pretty high variance compared to the rest. Then after Hellhorn, we have Awoken. We do Awoken with Dregs. And you would think, why in the world would you pick Dregs? Well, the main idea with this Awoken run is that you rely entirely on restores and explosive sentient. And so the advantage of having the Dregs is that they don't clog up your deck once you play them. They also act as really good collector getters, so they're good at, like, you play them on other floors to get the collectors. And they do some decent damage early game without having a lot of investment. And basically this run, you take no units, you just have the explosive sentient, you might dupe your restore a couple of times, you will try to make it zero cost, and you just kind of like machine gun restores to kill all the enemies and to kill Seraph. So it's a pretty straightforward, one of the easiest runs. We play this one at Covenant level 0 because we don't want any garbage. In fact, let me do that now. And yeah, I mean, it's one of the easier of the runs. It's very rare to not work. The only thing here that's very important is that, and this is actually true of almost every single one of the runs, you cannot face Seraph the Diligent. Seraph the Diligent will eat up your restores like candy, and then you'll lose, and that's not fun. Similar with Hellhorn, this is the same. You cannot play with Diligent because Diligent will eat your Infernos, eat your spell weakness, and then you lose. So, in almost every single build, it's the same story. You're relying typically on starter spells or early, uncommon or common spells. I'm not going to show this one again because it's pretty brain dead. If you want just a chill run and you're below Covenant 10, you can do this. Like Covenant 10 and lower, it's just like you just pick Awoken. Doesn't matter what secondary clan you do. Get explosive, don't have Diligent, and just have a good time. Remove almost everything from your deck except for your restores, dupe them a whole bunch, and it's tough to lose. It's tough to do at Covenant 25 because you need a lot more damage and a lot more sustain, but up until about Covenant 10, typically you can still run this build and it works just fine. Next, this is a new one. We used to do a Tethys build with Conduit, and it was a little bit jank, to be honest. Recently, we've been pivoting into Soulguard with Titan Channel. The idea being that you just want Titan Channel as a big, stat chunk, a big chunk of stats. You again do this at Covenant level 0, And I believe we have been taking, it's either been Wormkin. No, it's not Wormkin, it's Umbra. We take Plinks. That's right. We take Plinks. And the idea here is you don't upgrade your Plinks because you don't want anything out of them. You take one unit, usually it's an incant unit. You put it with, and that incant unit is primarily just to deal with stuff before Titan Channel gets activated. And then you just, you know, you play your Titan Channel, you play your units, you get it live, and then the big stats on Titan Channel usually wins it for you. Sweeper unit's often pretty good, but you can basically take any unit that has any type of incant is going to be fine. Yeah, even like a Titan Sentry is actually not even terrible. The next run is the Umbra run. This one I want to show because I actually like this one a lot. It's a Penumbra. The main reason why you don't take Primordium is because Primordium's kind of slow. Gorge builds in general tend to be very slow. So Monstrous is kind of your go-to. We take it with Hellhorns so that you just have torches and can clear some backliners. And the main idea here is you reroll until you get Void Binding. So we actually plan on coming at level 1 so you can get Void Binding. And then you just dupe your Void Bindings a lot. Maybe you get a Furnace Tap, which can be pretty fun, but you don't need it necessarily. And the only issue here, again, is Diligence. You just can't take Diligence because you rely on the Void Binding so much, and if they go away, then you have a bad time. Not to mention, you typically are filled with Ember Drain, and that's usually not fun either. But we're going to do this run. So this is the first run we're going to do, and then we will cover the last two. I think I'm also going to showcase the Wormkin run. The Little Fade run is fun, but it's also easy. So we're going to do this Umbra Hellhorn run, and then we're going to do the Wormkin run. So we'll start with this one. And again, the idea is that we're just going to re-roll until we get Void Binding. This is the most exciting part of the run, is the re-roll, the hoping for Christmas to come. And this is one of only 2 runs that we have to heavy re-roll. The other one is the Hellhorn run, because you have to re-roll for Inferno. This one you have to re-roll for Void Binding. It's basically, like, you could probably do it without Void Binding, but it's tough. Monstrous dies really easily. And without the I mean, early game, it's really about the damage shield. Late game, it's more about the rage. I mean, damage shield also very relevant, but it's more about getting enough damage to clear all the units on the floor. So there's a little bit of a secret sauce. You have to get several things to come together. You have to get Void Binding, which obviously we're having a great time of it. You have to get Void Binding, you have to get Monstrous Penumbra, and you have to not have Seraph the Diligent. So it's... You can get a little bit into Reroll City, as you see, with the game desperate to give us Ember Forges and other grovels. Man, game really wants us to grovel. Grovel before me, Nate. Why would you dare try to do a speedrun on stream? How dare you try to make... try to force a Void Binding build. This is just getting silly now. We have seen almost every other possible card multiple times. That's like the 5th Gem Trove, 6th Gem Trove, at least the 3rd Feast, 7th Gem Trove. Ooh. Maybe I'll timestamp. There we go. Void Binding, Patient is fine. Now we just need, this is the trick, we need to get Monstrous. You could probably do it with Architect, but it's hard without... I guess you'd have to go Architect and then pivot into Monstrous. But we're not going to do that. Game's like... Big nope. Big nope. And now we're back to seeing Ember Caches and Feasts all over again. Big money, big money. No feasts. No Ember Caches. Give me that sweet, sweet Void Binding. Blatant refusal. There we go. Okay, Void Binding with Chase. Chase is a little tricky, but we can absolutely make it work as long as we get Monstrous. Monstrous. Okay, we have a run. We'll take Boon of the Blacksmith as insurance. We don't take anything in terms of shards. We just want a nice, clean run here. I will take some challenges for early money, and now we play fast. Obviously, they could have done that better, but you know how it is. There we go. Okay. Shade splitters. They take a long time. Play this, play this, play this. Now we're not going to be able to play anything this turn, except for this. And then we will have, hopefully, a torch next turn. But if not, we're still clearing. Void Binding is better. And I think we're still fine here. We're down to Ember Drain. We're good. It's tight. It's tight. We're dying to spikes, but we're there. And we literally only take Void Binding or Perils of Production or Furnace Tap. Okay, so what we want is -1. And then the idea is we're just going to trim the heck out of the deck. We're going to dupe it a bunch. And now I don't need any more money. We'll save up money to remove cards. Right now I'm just playing top floor because I'm nervous. I probably don't need to, but you know, I do a lot of things I don't need to do. Let's torch you. Give us a Shade Splitter, and that should be... get out of Train, Steward, and that's fine. Positioning could be better, but we're in a good spot here. Probably could have gone with the damage shield there, but I'm not stressing. Alright, now we're just going to end turn until they get there. Okay, we take Void Binding, we will torch this guy, and we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Could have played the other Void Binding, but unnecessary. Nope. No perils. No Void Binding. No take. Okay, we duped the Void Binding. Now, the one thing we have to consider is that with this, we would take up ×5. That's the only reason we go here. Sorry, Dante. No dice. So with Chased, we either need to be playing on average 3 Void Bindings per turn, or we need to have a Furnace Tap. And again, actually this turn it doesn't really matter that we played a whole bunch of stuff. I will try to remove some. Next turn I won't have enough money to play, or any Ember to play anything. Oh yes, just kidding, because I had a, I forgot, I had... Kill him! Excellent. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Now this guy might survive, but it's fine. I hate the daze. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no dice. We kill everything. Now we just have to hit it one more time, which we should be able to do. Double Void Bindings, and we got it. 100 damage per turns. Gonna be enough. Close, though. Surprisingly close. We don't need any of those. Don't take this. And we will take Capacity first. And then we will take Draw second. And removal is my favorite thing. We're going to remove a lot of cards here as well. Because again, the thinner the deck, the more likely we are to draw Void Bindings. And Void Bindings are our life force in this run. Probably should be getting rid of the Shade Splitters first, but it's fine. Okay, so we take Monstrous 2. And if you're wondering why I'm taking Capacity first, it's so that I don't forget to take Capacity later. Ideally, it would be you just take... do we have enough damage? 80, 75... Not quite. This is going to add 12, so it's 90. 92. I think I can kill the first 2. And we'll just block a hit with you. Here we go. This is all fine. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of damage here, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. This is a little bit less ideal, but still fine. The point is we're not dying. And we kill the boss. No perils, no void binding. And so we continue on our journey. Let's remove more cards. Shade splitters. As you can see, we already have quite the thin deck. We will remove probably the packed morsels next. And we continue. And now we're almost at the point where we're playing multiple void bindings every turn. Very good. That's what you want to see. Play you there. Get the collector, play you here. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna take a bit of damage again. This is one of the problems with this build, is you do get some leaks sometimes. But, you know, a little leak never hurt anybody. There we go. Excellent. Void binding. Nope, gem trove. And we continue. We will hard take any duplicate here, but still none. Now we're down to 5 cards, which is exactly how many we have. Which is great. This means we will draw 2 void bindings every single turn. Can we get through? We can get through, so we're good. Stop. And now we should be just fine. Even the scaling shouldn't be a problem. Okay, it's a minor problem. Please. Please. Continue to add armor to other units. Now, I don't have to play on the bottom floor. If I were to play on the top floor, I would get far less leaks, but it's fine. How we doing? We're killing. Okay, so obviously, Void Binding or Furnace Tap. Nothing. No love. No love. Duplicate, please. Thank you. Now we have a third. I don't know what cavern event we could possibly get that would be good. Heaven's Gold's actually okay. We're gonna have a lot of money, and if we have leaks, we'd rather have them die quickly. And now at this damage point, like having 170 base damage is typically gonna be enough to kill almost everything. Especially when you're playing 3 Void Bindings on it per turn. Just keep a damage shield there. Okay, well, we're gonna have a little bit of leaks and a little bit of garbage, unfortunately. Don't love it. Don't love it. Hate to see it. Now we have 2 garbage. That's gonna slow us down. That's the biggest problem. The pyre damage is like whatever, but the fact these animations take so freaking long now, it's just slowing us down. Nothing, huh? Alright, fine. So we're gonna go for a dupe again, ideally with a removal. So we're gonna pay to remove another card. And now we're gonna be able to play 4 Void Bindings per turn. We have to play top floor. This is mandatory, but we only need 6 cards. We could go for an artifact, maybe. Nah, we don't take any of this. We're good. So we play top floor, so we have plenty of time. And we should be just fine here. I don't think this is busting any records, but we should be fine. We got the 4 Void Bindings per turn, so we're gonna do a lot of rage scaling. Eventually we're going to hit a point where like we actually don't increase in rage. But normally this setup does not do a lot of damage to us. It's like the next... There's one floor that's going to leak. It's going to be this floor here that leaks. Okay, this floor is leaking too, but... That's... After this, he can't reduce our damage anymore. So now we should have enough to kill the next floor. And I think with 300, we're pretty close to clearing the next one as well. And if you see, we have 22 damage shield. Like, Seraph cannot get through that, and we're killing. So kind of a tight run, but we did make it. 10 minutes. Pretty decent, or 11 minutes, I guess. 11-minute run, pretty decent. And you can see how this could go faster, right? If we had Furnace Tap, if we weren't having to deal with all the garbage on Ring 7, like, this could have gone a lot faster. And I would say Chaste is like the second hardest one to run against, Diligent being the hardest. If we had Patient or Temperate, this would have been like a piece of cake. So that's that run. Next up, you have a Little Fade. And we do Little Fade with Wormkin. And the idea here is we take Echo Breaks. And all we do is we get Eternal Little Fade. And we literally just like go to town with Eternal Little Fade. And then one other unit. You just need one other unit. Typically either a sweep unit or like an Animus of Will. Or something that can do decent damage. Or AoE. Even like a Thorn Hollow can be pretty good if you can just build up... I guess... No, not Thorn Hollow. We're talking about... We play Wormkin. I was thinking of Woken units. No, any good Wormkin unit can be fine. Or even a Melting Remnant. It doesn't really matter. We just want one unit to kind of hide behind while you build up Little Fade's Eternal Flame damage, and then Little Fade just kills everything. That's the idea. Or at least kills during Relentless with the support of another unit. We're not going to show that one. Last one is Wormkin plus Restores. And this is an awesome build. This is one that we we theorized. And it's about as fast as the Awoken build. The idea here is you take Decayer and you just go for Reap. And you actually don't even need a second unit. You just literally do Reap and you get enough Reap to kill the whole floor and to kill all the bosses. Pretty hilarious. So we're going to showcase this run as well. And we'll just see how it goes. Sure, Golden Vault, why not? Decayer. No Decayer. Also, we were doing Diligent. I can't do Diligent anyway. Another Diligent. Yeah, you can't play against Diligent. Just when you speedrun. For a myriad of reasons, you don't play Diligent. Patient is tough, but we did get Emblem of Exile, so maybe we're okay. This could be tight. The problem is that while we are putting insane amounts of Reap onto Patient, I don't know why I took this. I guess I'm taking another unit. I don't really need to. But basically, it's a very simple premise. We'll play top floor. We're gonna just yeet our stewards, like their purpose is to get yeeted. We just want to... There we go. And we're good. This is basically it. You just play restores, and I guess I could have put some onto the boss, might have been okay, but that's it. And we're probably just killing the boss anyway, so we just play that and get rid of it. Now, you don't always want to finish Relentless by Reap, because that means that... Glimmer... Oh, it's not infused. My mistake. I have to actually get rid of it. Keeper of Echoes is pretty good. I might have needed to... I might have should have considered that. But anyway. Well, let's go this way. Maybe we'll get another one. Keeper of Echoes. We'll take a Keeper of Echoes. Just give it something. Just take something, Nate. Don't be ridiculous. Let's do this. This is fine. Being unnecessarily long in decision making during a speedrun is typically not good advice. Okay, so we'll play you, and we'll hit you. Oh, I should have reaped the other guy. Glimmer. Restore, restore. And we're killing him. Easy. And we're just not going to take anything. We're just going to reduce down to restores. I'll dupe one. And you want 7 restores is the goal. 7 restores is good. And then we'll just remove everything else that's not a restore and that's not our unit. You should survive. Oh, Glimmer would have been good there. Anyway, hopefully we can build up enough restores. Oh, we're just surviving. But it's very, very tight. Luckily, we have, like, no damage coming in. We do some fractures. Okay, well, that's not great. Alright, we might need to do a nice trick here. Where we just reap you. And then you just die to reap. Excellent. Okay, we got there. Skip, skip, draw. And this one I like a lot. This was my contribution to the speedrun, was this particular run. Train stewards. Actually, this is not good. Wait a minute, that's not good. Crap. That was bad. Bad, Nate. Now we can't fit. Now we can't fit the spine chief on the floor. Well, that's awkward. I guess it's fine. We'll be able to get some collectors, though. That'll be sick. And you can basically just see how this is gonna go. We now want spell upgrades to reduce the amount of damage, but yeah. And sometimes you can get pretty tight on health, but normally it's just fine. Excellent. He's dying to reap, which is not great. It takes a long time. So despite the fact that I've made some like pretty bad blunders already with this run, it's still going fine. Let's remove train stewards. No, let's remove fractures. Because all of our units will just come out. We in fact don't even have to remove them. That's actually something. We don't actually have to remove them. Because all of them are going to get played automatically in every fight. I guess it's fine. We can just use them as insurance. It plays pretty fast. Like they're already there. Dead. See, like right here, like they'll kill here. But we don't have to worry about any other floors. So accidentally genius, I think. And we should be good here. Oh wow, we're not good here. Oh, because they don't die. Well, they die after. But they don't die now is the problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're not dying, but it's not good. Whew. Scary times. That's when it would have been really good to have the keeper on the same floor. Alright, spell upgrades. What do you got for me? Rooted, sure. Alright, now it's just reducing the cost of the restores so we can play more of them. That would have also been very valuable earlier. And you know what? I'll spend money to get rid of the reaps. Or the fractures, I mean. Okay. So we're still in a really good shape. Like, this next fight should be very easy for us. Does he have... He doesn't have units. That's good. And that's going to be our turn every turn, basically. And Arcus is just going to slowly get infected as he comes down to visit. Also gets smacked up a couple of times. I think we might be able to kill him here. Now let's wait. One more turn. If he comes down again, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, he's so close. One more and he's dead, but it's fine. Hit him twice. Or 3 times. Draw again. And then again, we just need to lower the cost of spells. That's it. Decare. I guess there's something about the fact that we can have the other floor to distract Seraph is also pretty good. Oh, I should have played that differently. Need to always make sure I'm playing all my 0 cost ones. Got it. Alright, now we're good. Just need to heal back up. And we should be fine against the boss. Okay, well, we'll get there, I think. I hope. It's the backliner again. No targeted damage. Gets you every time. Almost get there. It's a bit scary. How much creep damage are you doing? Okay. It's gonna hit us once. Woo! This is tight. Surprisingly tight. Alright, we're gonna go right path. We're not gonna remove anything, we're just going to reduce the cost of more restores. And now we can play out our whole hand every turn, which is very, very valuable. 2 extra restores is like a world of difference. It's why we were actually struggling so much. Oh, base charge is great. And Golden Vault. Just to help a bit. That gives us 4 Pyre shots, which is pretty valuable. And now we're gonna, I think, pivot to top floor. Maybe. No, I'll pivot to bottom still. How are we doing? $385 already. Then we heal back to almost full. Next time he comes down, he's dead. There you go. Boom. And that's the run. A little bit slow, it felt like, but maybe it was fast. I don't know. 10 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad. So despite the fact that we made some like critical errors there, that actually went pretty smooth. Got close to dying a couple times, but that's fun. So those are 2 of the main runs. If you want to see the rest, just watch any of my streams where Narnini and I did a full, all clan speedrun. And then you get an idea. And if you want to practice and join us, feel free. If you just want to do it for fun, highly recommend it. It's a very different style of playing Monster Train, but I actually kind of like it. It's kind of fun. It's very zen, because you're just focused on just playing your cards right, making all the right stuff. You don't worry so much about the strategic part. It's just fun. And with that, and it's a short video, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. This has been Nate. You can also call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathaniel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.